What's up, guys? This is my review of the Element Titan 5-25x56. First focal plane, 34 millimeter, $800 little badass. Now I know you didn't tune in to look at me, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you this thing up close, show you how it performed at the range, and I'll be right back. All right, to start out with, I cannot tell you guys how many people have requested I do this video, so I'm really glad to get it underway. I don't do unboxing videos, but here's what comes in it. It's got two different kind of scope caps, a screw-in 3-inch sunshade that's really nicely textured, and when it matches up to it, is almost invisible to seam. Real good machining. It's got a throw post. Now on the throw post, you can either leave the plug in, which is in there now, or you can take it out and put the throw post in. I liked it with the plug, and it was smooth and refined enough it didn't need the post, in my opinion. The eyepiece, the magnification, both of them turn super freaking smooth. You can tell that they used really good O-rings and really tight machining on it. For $800, this is right at the top of the class on how these two things move. Now the illumination is a 6-step with off in between each one. It uses a 2032 battery underneath that cap right there. And the illumination is not really daylight bright, but you can pick it up easily as soon as it gets cloudy. The side focus goes down to 15 meters and works like a freaking charm. Now the turrets on this thing, listen, you can hear them. The turrets work great. The one and only flaw I saw in this scope is the turrets have just a little bit of mushiness to them. Now everything works fine. It tracks perfect and everything else, but they're just a little mushy. You'll see at the end of this little series right here, I give it just a little bit of a give, and you can see it's got just a little slack on the side and the top turret. Now if that's a big deal to you, then you may not like this scope. If it's not, everything else is fine. It's got an easy to reset zero. All you have to do is unscrew this cap, pull the turret itself off, and underneath that's where you'll find the zero stop. Now on the zero stop, the piece on the aluminum is where the zero stop actually hits. It's got 3 little screws. You undo it, set it down, run it clockwise until it hits a zero stop, tighten the screws back up. You don't have to overdo it, just get it good and snug. Take the turret, line it back up on zero, set it back down, screw everything back down, and when you do, instant zero stop. How about that? There you go, just like that. And it's not using a little shim or so like some of the other companies do. All right, now right here, everything's going to be done at 100 yards. We're going to start off with the focus point of impact shift. You can see a small amount of shift, but about average for its class, I would say. Right here, I'm doing the vertical tracking. I'm going to run it all the way down from stop to stop. So it'll give you a good idea of just how much travel you have in this scope. But something I wanted to point out to you. Look at the thickness of the reticle. A lot of guys, when they design these first focal planes, make them so thin that they're almost impossible to pick up on the lower magnification. This one's not like that. They hit a real sweet spot on this thing. Here's the horizontal tracking, side to side, right back to zero. Here comes the box test, 1 revolution in each direction. We'll bring it right back to zero. Then I'm going to do a couple of my precision tests. I'm going to be checking to make sure that the turrets move the values they're supposed to. Now that target downrange, each one of those dots on the left-hand side is 3 milliradians away from each other. Right now I'm trying to show you the illumination, but it was so bright and sunny you can't see it. But daylight bright, I wouldn't say. Cloudy, yes. All right, right here, I'm going to move it down 1 mil at a time. I'm doing it live through 2 different cameras so you can see that it's tracking and doing what it's supposed to do. Bringing it right back to zero. And here it comes, guys, the nipple twister. I just started out at zero, or it's actually just a little low and right of zero, but I just cranked and went nuts on this thing, trying to see if this thing will repeat. A lot of scopes in this price range won't come back to the original zero. So I've done this test repeatedly. In this price range, it's about 50-50. This one right here, almost. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Now check this out. A lot of guys are going to ask me a couple of questions I already know are coming. How does this scope compare to the Element Nexus, which is their $1,500 scope? It's not close. But then again, There's not an $800 scope out there that's going to compete with a $1,500 scope. You're talking about something that is literally almost twice as expensive. So if you have the $1,500 budget and you want to go with an Element, the Nexus is a great freaking choice. The other scope I know guys are going to ask me about is the Vortex Strike Eagle. Now, if you'll look a little further down my videos, you'll see what I think about the Strike Eagle. I've looked at both of these side by side. I've looked at both of them back to back. This is a brighter, clearer scope. Simple as that. Yes, the turrets are a little bit mushy, but at $800, you're going to give up something. I would much rather have something with great glass that the turrets have a little bit of mush to than something that has super crisp turrets that looks like you're looking through a dirty, snotty windshield. Ooh. This one right here has got really good glass. Guys, thanks for watching. You're going to see a link below to Element. You're also going to see all the specs on this scope. And thanks to Element Optics, because this is the scope that you're seeing this video review on now that they donated to my channel so that I could have the giveaway I had a couple weeks back. And stay tuned. I got some other giveaways coming up fast. My 50,000 subscriber giveaway, and I have a giveaway for guys just outside of the United States. I figured a way around this scope thing I think you guys will like. Take care, guys. Keep sharing my videos. It means a lot to me. See ya.